So today I borrowed Anumeha's HPC account at IITD to record some processes regarding HPC environment, like first time environment setup sort of, and then we'll do the internet setting followed by Conda environment thing. We'll see how we can make our own Conda environment and manage them basically. Yeah, sort of. So I'm in Mac, so I'm just gonna open a terminal. There are many ways you can to open the terminal, so you will figure out that. So first we're gonna log into HPC using the account. So starting at SSH and her ID, HPC ID, I think CR is here to now 1986 and 93. All right, the password. Oops, good, we are in. So we are on login node number 4. I think at HPC IITD Delhi they have 4 different login nodes from 1 to 4 basically. Anyways, in order to, like, when you do that, okay, I'm not sure, you may say your prompt may look something different when you log in to HPC for the first time with your HPC user ID and password. What you can do is you can go to supercomputing, maybe supercomputing IITD, and you can check out all those things, but I'm not sure where that is, so let me just figure out my way. Just gonna look for the right thing. I want something like one time. So one time setup, here it is, automated script. This is the script that you're gonna need. So when you log into your HPC for the first time, go ahead, just run that script and it should do the thing. It will do the magic basically. And once you have done that, let's see, automatic execution. Okay, so this one already exists, so it won't create, of course, but in your case it won't exist already, so it will create, and you will have a bash rc file. This is the file that runs every time you open a new terminal. This is the first thing that runs when you open a terminal, and this is the script basically. So this is how you're gonna set up your HPC account for the first time. Once you have that ready, you want to make sure that the internet is working on your HPC. Well, so before you start working with internet and everything else, I would recommend having at least one compute node. So we're gonna request HPC for one core of compute node, and we can do that interactively using something like this command, and CPUs 1. I'm gonna need the project is maggerwl dot one time. Of course you're supposed to submit your own. If you don't know how to ask for compute resource, you can just go to HPC website, and I think somewhere in the tutorials and workshop, these 2 PDFs, that's what you need to really check out. These are really essentials. I would recommend watching these videos. If not, just go through all the PDF content basically. That will help you a lot. So we're asking for one compute node, one node, single core, so that we can start working with everything else. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna start another terminal. And let's just log in SSH to CRG198693 password. Oops, I think it's wrong. Yeah, it's okay. We are in. Good. So you can see that we are Now on compute node C has 006. So first I'm just gonna go to my home directory. This is my home directory represented by tilde sign. Now we are in our home directory, and here of course we are in home directory too. So in order to run the internet, I'm gonna have a simple thing. This is what you can do, and I'm gonna share the file with you. I'm gonna just copy the whole thing. SCP, I think from chmod16 I can copy. So this is another account of course, and I'm gonna copy a file from that account to this HPC account, which we will use to connect with internet. 8283 c.itd.ac.in. Oops, not that, of course. And we do need home chemical chmod168283, and should be proxy.sh. Let me remember the password. Oopsie, sh. We wanna copy to the current place. So this is how you copy basically. SCP is that will allow you to copy from to, and this one represents the current directory. Oops, that seems wrong. Alright, if that is wrong, I'm just gonna go ahead and log in that account and see. SSH to chmod168283. Password. Come on. Alright, we are in. This is actually another account. I need this part. Why was it wrong? And proxy.sh password of the account from where I'm copying the file, of course, at 99. Okay, done, we have it. So sorry, it looks ugly. Let me just go ahead and make a little change in bashrc file so that everything looks nice and clean. Whoa, what the heck is going on? This is not going to work. I'm gonna use nano. Alright, alias L representing ls ltrh. You can check that what that means, but it's just gonna make my life easier. X and source the bashrc file. Good. Now when I type L, basically it means ls-ltrh, and this is how the files will be shown to me now. So I have the proxy file here, which I copied, of course. What I'm supposed to do is let's look at the proxy file. Of course, I'm gonna share that with you guys. You know what, leave it. So I'll share the file anyway, so I don't have to really show right now because that proxy file has user ID and password and I don't want to show that. So anyways, I have this proxy file. Apart from that, what I need to do is I need to go to bashrc script. You know what, let's use nano again, nano bashrc, And this is where I need to write two functions I'm gonna create. Let me look at those functions from here. Bash rc. Yep, I'm gonna need this function particularly, and I'm gonna need one more function called internet proxy. This should also be available, I believe. Here it is. So I'm gonna just copy this one. There we go. Okay. So of course, these two functions you need to include in your bash rc file, and when you're exporting these two, of course, you must make sure that this belongs to your category. For instance, I'm a PhD student, so for me it's proxy 61, and here as well this won't really affect. It is just for, you know, myself, what will be printed on in the console when I run this function. So yeah, basically this category must match with your category. If you're not a PhD student, if you're something else, let me show you what that is. Category, we have something like that. Nope. Maybe like PhD 61. Oh, where is this going? Oh, here it is. So look at this. PhD student, so for me the proxy is 61. If you're BTech, it must be 22. So you must change those numbers. 61, you need to change those to 22 if you're a BTech student. Okay, so we have this one ready. Okay, both the functions are ready. We are good to go. Control O, enter, Control X. Okay, now I'm gonna source my bash rc file. Good. So this is all you need basically. Write those two functions in your bash rc file, and in your home make sure that you have this proxy.sh file, which I'm gonna share. So you have all of that thing ready, and of course in proxy.sh, oops, I'm sorry, in proxy.sh there are three things that you need to change: the username, the password, and of course the proxy category. Those are the three things. They will be in the first three lines, I think. So that is all you need, that you will have to change in proxy.sh. Okay, so once all of this is ready, we can go ahead and try to run the internet. Okay, so, and also while running the internet, make sure you are in a compute node. You don't want to be blocked in HPC. You don't want to do that. So as you can see, I am already in the compute node, and that is where I'm going to run the function called internet, which we have described in our bash rc file. So I'm just going to run that, and it says proxy login successful. The proxy, so when I run internet, basically it goes and it runs this particular script. This particular script has everything. It has my username, my user id, user id, and my password, and as well as my proxy category. Everything is mentioned perfectly, and that is why it works. So I have that internet thing active on this particular compute node C has 006. What I'm gonna do is, I know that from the same account I'm logged in here too. I'm gonna go to that particular compute node where I have my internet active. SSH C has 006, and you can see that I am in the same machine right now, basically, or whatever you call it. This is where I need to export the proxy. Now this function is available to me because I have described it in my bash rc file. So as you can see, it says that whole thing that we described. Now that I have exported both HTTPS and HTTP, the internet should be available here. That we can check using wget command maybe. Here we go. You can see that there is no index.html file. We can use wget google.com and it works. If you check your current place now, you'll see that Google has returned you index.html file. So the internet is working. This is how we get the internet thing working. The next is how do you set up your Conda environment. I can you know what, let the internet be running here for now. So how do we set the Conda environment? For that, first of all, you're gonna need a module called, I think it's Conda environment creation that HPC provides us. Let me search for that. I think env as well as creation, something like that. Yep, it has env creation. Okay, here it is. So this is the module that we're gonna load. Here, let's load that particular module in HPC. Module load, done. We have it. Of course, you can check with module list, and we have that. Now, once you have that, you can run conda init. This will initialize your Conda base environment, hopefully. Okay, it says for changes to take effect, close and open. Okay, reopen your current shell. I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna source my bash rc file. Oops. All right, let me just see. No change, modified. Do we have Conda available? Oh yeah, we have. Perfect. Let's just look at the bash rc file now, and you can see that the Conda, this particular portion is written in your bash script, which means you should have access to Conda. What if I say conda activate base? Oops, seems like conda env list. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure why, but base won't appear here, rather GNU. It could just be a random thing because this account is not really a brand new one. She may have used Conda environment earlier, probably. That could have been a possible reason. But anyways, that's the process. Basically, you load the module and then you say conda init and then you show your bash script, or you can just reopen the terminal. And once you are done with all of that, this is it. Whatever, like for now, it is called GNU, so that's what it is. The Conda environment is GNU. We can create a new Conda environment. This is how you can create, basically. Say I want to say test and Python, say 3.8. What is it say? Collecting by the following packages are not available in the current channel. Okay, that means I need to change the command. Let me see which command I need. All right, leave it then. I'm just gonna create a new one. Conda create new name test. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm creating a new Conda environment called test. Okay, and if we see now Conda env list, we have that particular environment available to us. But of course, and we can activate that with Conda activate test. And now you can see that this is the environment, Conda environment, that is active. I can check Conda list. This will give me everything that is in this Conda environment. Right now we don't have really anything. So let's just start Python, maybe by Python 3.8. We can do that with Conda install channel HC Conda forge, that is the channel, say Python 3.8. that's the version that I want to install in this particular environment. There is something wrong. Oh yeah, is it the proxy problem? It could be the proxy problem. Let me see, let me retry. There's something wrong. Alright, if this does not work, let me try another way. Conda install. No. Let me try one more command called Conda. Conda create name, and then say I'm gonna say test2. Create another environment, and while doing so, make sure that the Python 3.8 is installed in it. This one is working. It's interesting how creating environment and then trying to install Python did not work. All right, let's see. I mean, Conda env list, I can do that to show you. I have another environment called test2. Let's see. Oops, not that. Conda activate test2, and say, now you can see that the test2 environment is active. So now we can see what is in our environment. You can see that these are the things that are there in my environment. And now if I check Python version, oops, it is 3.8. all right, if I say Python, what is wrong? That's pretty weird. I'm not sure what the heck is wrong. Isn't that how we start up the Python terminal? We have Python 3, 2, 2.7. What the heck? Not sure why it won't work. Okay, 3.6 is working. But not 3. Okay, let me just Control D and try Python 3.8. Oh, that did not work. This is weird. I have no clue why that happens. Anyways, so Python should run. Hey, or maybe I can try this one. Say my A is 1, B is 1. Now I want to try print A plus b. Oops. That just gives me a string. Yeah, anyways, this just shows that it works. So yeah, that basically concludes the session. The whole point is, you know how to, if you're the brand new HPC user, you know what script to run, the one-time thing that you need to do once you log in. And then you need proxy.sh, that is script which I'll also share. In that file proxy.sh, the first three lines, you must make sure that the username ID is yours, and the category, like for PST it is proxy is 61. That is something that you need to take care in the first line of proxy.sh file. And then in your bash RC file, you need to define those two functions, internet and proxy. And yeah, just make sure that you're already in compute node, and then run internet, go to another the same compute node of course, and then run proxy there, or simply export the proxies. Once you're done, internet is active, and then you can install the Conda and do everything basically. All right, bye.